It's time for a Drunk Talk TV Music Industry News Desk Report.
Strap yourself in for where prohibited batteries not included, not available in state of shock.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Drum Talk TV News Desk Report, broadcasting Friday, September 5th, 2025. Talking about music news, Drum Talk TV news, and also some This Day in Music. And this time, I'm joined by guest co-host Karen Wulff, who is a drummer and drumming instructor. So thanks for joining us on this, Karen. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and we were talking about this earlier, but you have an upcoming drumming camp going on. Is that right?
We do. We have 2 of them coming up in October, and they're almost full. We do about 4 per year, so we're looking forward to those 2 in October coming up. It's with Sisters on the Drums. It's all ladies, female drum camps.
Nice. So, folks, you can check out the info on that over at sistersondrums.com. Going ahead and putting that in the comments. And I'm also going to put in this other link, sacramentodrumteacher.com. Now, is that more for private one-on-one lessons, or
Yes.
was that like?
Yep, this is for my drum studio. It's private one-on-one drum lessons. Yep.
Okay, awesome. And just out of curiosity, how long have you been drumming?
I've been playing drums for about 35 years. So I started when I was a kid, and I've just been playing on and off and studying for a very long time. I've had multiple instructors I've studied after or under, and it's just because I'm kind of addicted to learning more material. So I played all my life. I played in bands. I grew up in a family band. We're kind of, toured around California with me and my siblings, and we played 50s, 60s, top 40s music, and now I, mostly play at churches at my home church, and I do have a new band that I just am the newest member in. This band's been around for like something 25, 30 years, but I'm the newbie, so I'm a year old in the band, and that is Makira. It's a 11-piece band. So that one's a lot of fun as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so very cool. And folks, check out those links in the comments when you have a chance if you're interested in drum camp or the one-on-one lessons. So very cool stuff. And in honor of having Karen on this week's show with us, we've created a Karen Wulff discount code for the Drum Talk TV Brilliance membership site, which will give people 6 months of the premium level membership for free. Just go to drumtalktvbrilliance.com and select the premium sign-up option, and then use the code DTTVBKW6 at checkout. I'll go ahead and put that in the comments in a moment as well. And premium members get access to our past Q&As with artists and virtual concerts. We've had Rudy Sarzo, Oliver Wakeman, McStein, and Miniman. Recently, we had Peter Erskine, and that was really cool, and a few other recent ones. So that's just to name a few. So again, the code is DTTVBKW6, and it expires Sunday, September 14th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific U.S. time. And if I remember correctly, you were also able to go to that Q&A session, right?
Yes, I was able to go. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Peter is a really cool guy. Like, he was really generous with his time and with his answers. All right, so next up is the Icebreaker segment.
Now it's time for
All right, so my question that I have for you, and I'll answer as well after you, and folks, if you're tuning in, you can answer it, chime in the comments with your answers. If you could get drum lessons from any drummer that you haven't had lessons from, who would it be?
It would be, without a hesitation, it would be Yost Nichols.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any particular reasoning or?
Well, I heard that he was actually two of my favorite drum teacher as well, Benny Greb and Annika. I heard that he taught both of them, and I met him personally once, and I, of course, follow him on Instagram, and I hear him play, see him play, and I mean, I look up to him as a player.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as for me, I am not a drummer, so I don't know if I'm like just pushing myself into the deep end when maybe I should get like beginner lessons. But I think, just to, see what his process is like, I think it'd be cool to take drum lessons with someone like Bill Bruford, the original drummer of Yes, and he's been in King Crimson and done some other stuff, and he's just like he's pretty unique, I would say. So I think that'd be pretty cool. So that'd be my answer. All right. So next up we have the This Day in Music segment.
It's time for This Day in Music History. Why not the whole week? Because we'd be here forever.
All right, and these are all for September 5th, but of course in different years. So the first one we have here, starting with the latest and going back in time, 2016, an asteroid was named after Freddie Mercury to mark what would have been his 70th birthday. Asteroid 17473 was discovered in 1991, the year Mercury passed away. Queen guitarist Brian May told a crowd of 1,250 people at Montreux Casino in Switzerland that the asteroid would now be known as Asteroid 17473 Freddie Mercury.
And then in 2006, Arctic Monkeys won this year's UK Mercury Prize with their album, Whatever People Say I Am, That's What I'm Not. The album became the fastest selling debut in chart history after shifting more than 360,000 copies in the first week of its release in February 2006.
Wow, that's very impressive right there. And in 1999, after spending 58 weeks on the UK albums chart, Shania Twain went to #1 with Come On Over, which became the best-selling country music album and second best-selling studio album by a female act. To date, the album has sold more than 40 million copies worldwide.
Wow. Yeah. So in 1998, Aerosmith scored their first U.S. #1 single with I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, written by Diane Warren. The song was featured in the 1998 film Armageddon and gave the band their first #1 hit after 28 years together. That blows my mind after 28 years. Wow.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, I think Trevor Rabin, one of the guitarists who's been in Yes, I think he might have done the score for Armageddon, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. And also in 1998, Manic Street Preachers scored their first UK #1 single with If You Tolerate This, Your Children Will Be Next. They were the first Welsh act to have a #1 single since Shakin' Stevens in 1985. The song is also in the Guinness World Records as the longest title for a #1 single without brackets.
Wow. So in 1994, Oasis appeared at the Hacienda in Manchester to celebrate the launch of their debut album, Definitely Maybe. It went on to become the fastest-selling debut album of all time in the UK, making it the beginning of the Oasis success in America, selling over 1 million copies in the US alone.
Wow. And yeah, what a catchy title. Definitely Maybe. It just sticks with you when you hear it,
Yeah.
And in 1981, Stevie Nicks went to #1 on the US album chart with Belladonna, which featured tracks Stop Dragging My Heart Around with Tom Petty, Leather and Lace with Don Henley, Edge of 17, and After the Glitter Fades. So I actually remember back in the early 2010s, I think I was still in high school, and I was on a road trip with my brother or something. we stopped at this gas station somewhere along the way, and it had these CDs, and one of them was Belladonna, and I'm pretty sure I'd heard Leather and Lace by then, and so I was like, oh, it has this song on it, and so I bought the CD, and I still have it around here somewhere, I'm sure. So yeah, pretty good album there.
Nice. So in 1968, on their first ever visit to the UK, the Doors appeared on the TV show Top of the Pops to perform Hello, I Love You.
Yeah, that's huge right there. All right, so next we have the Drum Talk TV news.
Let's see what's in the news at Drum Talk TV. Yeah. Let's see what's in the news.
Oh, sorry, I thought I paused it. and I see that someone is tuning in from Denmark. I'm not sure how to pronounce their name. Ove Hjorth Monk. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But yeah, thanks for tuning in from Denmark. And feel free to chime in on our icebreaker earlier, which was if you could have a lesson from any drummer, which drummer would it be and why? All right, but getting back to the Drum Talk TV news, mark your calendars, everyone, and join us for our next music-themed game show on Tuesday, September 16th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So this will be a trivia game with the theme being best of 60s, 70s, and 80s live albums. Visit drumtalktvbrilliance.com, go to the calendar, and RSVP to receive the Zoom link directly in your inbox. So you'll get reminders, and you'll for sure have it the day that the game takes place. So go ahead and do that.
Yep. And over at drumtalktvbrilliance.com, there are monthly playing challenges. The results of the recent ones will be announced later this month. In the meantime, there's a Travis Barker tribute. That'll be fun. Drumming challenge running until September 30th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific U.S. time. Here's the info on how it works and what prizes you can win.
Yeah, and I'm actually in the process of loading the video right now. You know, I realized that I still needed to put that on here. You know, I was ready with everything here, but yeah, it'll just take a moment and then it'll be right there. So, yeah, it's loading, everyone. But yeah, Travis Barker, drummer known for Blink-182, but has also done other stuff like Plus 44 and even had a solo album. He's worked with some other bands, so lots of stuff to choose from there. And if you're a free member, you can send in 2 play-along videos, but if you're a premium member, you can send as many as you'd like. So that'll be running from up until September 30th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific US time. So that's when we'll cut it off. But, you know, in the off chance that there could be less submissions, we could end up extending it. But I would say, you know, just send in whatever submissions you can when you have the time. And it's still loading. It's taking a bit of a long time. But yeah, and I should also mention we recently had a few other challenges. You know, there's the Started Up challenge, the Joey Jordison challenge, and the Ginger Baker challenge. And results of those will be announced later this month. But anyway, here's the video about the Travis Barker Tribute Challenge. September 2025, we are holding the Travis Barker Tribute Drumming Challenge over at drumtalktvbrilliance.com. Play along to tracks featuring Travis Barker on drums. First, second, and third place winners get music store gift certificates valued at $125, $75, and $50 respectively, as well as a Drum Talk TV shirt, only shipping in the US. First place also gets the chance to be interviewed on Drum Talk TV. Step 1. Choose a track that features Travis Barker on drums. They could be from Blink-182, his solo tracks, Plus 44, Transplant, any official tracks he's played on. Step 2, video record yourself horizontally as you play along. Step 3, go to our website where you'll be able to submit it via a submissions form on the challenge page. In order to do this, you will need to be either a free member or a premium member. Free members can submit up to 2 videos. Premium members can submit as many as they like. Judging will be based on accuracy, sound, and fan praise. For the fan praise factor, invite people to comment the word vote under your video. Don't miss out on the fun. Join us at drumtalktvbrilliance.com. And another perk of the premium membership of Drum Talk TV Brilliance is people can take part in the Q&As with artists. And there's actually 2 different ways people can take part in that. But the next upcoming Q&A will be with Foghat drummer Roger Earl, and the band is releasing a 50th anniversary edition of their album Fool for the City, which includes the classic rock staple Slow Ride. The online Q&A will take place Wednesday, September 17th, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern US times, 8 p.m. UK time. The interview portion at the start with Dan will be public on Facebook and YouTube, but the Q&A portion will only be accessible to those who either purchase a gig pass or get the premium level over at drumtalktvbrilliance.com. And while we're at it, here's a taste of Foghat real quick. So here's a brief drum cam vid. And here's a little bit of Slow Ride.
Slow ride, take it easy.
You're familiar with Slow Ride, right, Karen?
Oh yeah, of course. It's
Yeah.
good song, good stuff.
Yeah, I remember back in, I think I was in middle school, Guitar Hero 3 came out, and this was one of the
right.
songs that was on it. And
I played it
Yeah.
on Guitar Hero too, yes.
oh, you did?
Yes, on guitar.
Yeah,
That was
man.
fun.
Yeah, I miss those games. I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe there wasn't as much of a market for them or what, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, the membership site also has so many other great perks for premium members, including the Drum Talk TV Ambassadors program. Premium members refer people with a code for them to use at sign up, and your reward is $10 per sign up. So here's Dan to explain it.
Hey everybody, Dan here from Drum Talk TV and Drum Talk TV Brilliance. Hey, how would you like to make bank by being a premium member of Drum Talk TV Brilliance? It's easy. Like, you're a music fan, right? That's why you joined. How many other music fans do you know, right? So what if they got a discount for joining if you referred them and you got $10 for each one you refer? I mean, you'd pretty much have to be a doofus like this to miss out on something like that, right? Because being fellow music fans, we all know fellow music fans. So go ahead, invite your friends with your own code. We'll tell you how in a minute, but that way you can enjoy things like our live stream concerts, our fan Q&As with big artists, producers, and record executives, our twice-a-month game shows, and other fun things in Drum Talk TV Brilliance with your friends while giving them a discounted invitation, and you make bank. So there you go. So follow the link in this post. If you're not already a premium member, become a premium member. And if you are a premium member, you'll get an email real soon to show how to get your own invite code where you can tell 2 friends, and they'll tell 2 friends. Tell 20 friends. That's $200. Wait, what? You'd have to be like this to miss out on that. You're not like that, are you? Invite your friends. Let's have some fun together. Healthy escapism away from the nonsense and the drama and the craziness online on social. Join us, Drum Talk TV Brilliance. We're here for the fun of it. Oh, and at any time, you can become a premium member, refer your friends, and make some bank.
Nice. Definitely some great perks over at Drum Talk TV Brilliance. So another thing that's been going on. So this past week, I went live on Yes Shift, which is mine and Dad's podcast where we talk about Yes, the band, and prog rock in general. So on Sunday, August 31st, in honor of illustrator Roger Dean's birthday, I talked about my vinyl copy of Yes's Tales from Topographic Oceans. And on Monday, which happened to be 90125 Day in the US, for those who don't know, 90125 is the title of a Yes album. And so the date was like, September 1st, 2025. So 90125. Anyway, I talked about news related to Yes and its band members and alumni. One of these topics was a re-release of Yes's Fly From Here return trip coming in late November, which seems to be a controversial re-release given the original 2011 version with Benoit David on vocals instead of Trevor Horn has not been reissued. I'll also be going live this weekend, probably Sunday the 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific, to talk about my vinyl copy of the band Frost's album Life in the Wires.
Nice. And on Wednesday, September 10th, 12 p.m. Pacific, Dan will be interviewing Caitlin Cullifus, who has drummed for pop icon Cyndi Lauper. So check that out when it is broadcast live at Drum Talk TV on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper, like what an iconic voice. Probably the earliest that I remember hearing her is in the Goonies. There's that song Goonies Are Good Enough. So very cool that Caitlin has had the opportunity to drum for her.
Yeah.
All right. So now we take a moment to remember someone. So here we go.
And now a moment to acknowledge those who have passed.
All right. So Ray Matthew, drummer of beloved British band Sigla Sputnik, passed away Thursday, August 28th, at the age of 60. Parade reported that no cause of death had been confirmed, and the news has sparked an outpouring of love and remembrance. Formed in 1982, the band had created so much hype that record labels fought for them before they ever released a song. Their debut single, Love Missile F-111, was a massive international hit in 1986, climbing to number 3 on the UK charts. It was also included in the opening sequence of the film Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Former bandmates broke the news of May's passing on Facebook, with singer Martin Dagville sharing his grief first. He said, "You will forever be in my thoughts and also in the hearts of fans who love you. You were a force, a light that shone so brightly. Rest in peace, mate. Love you always." So, yeah, at least Ray Mayhew, left an impact like in his life,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. All right. So, Gone but Not Forgotten, and folks, feel free to chime in if you're a Ray Mayhew fan and have any memories and such. This is a place where we share music memories and what we're all into. So go ahead and chime in if you'd like. All right, so now we have a bunch of music industry news to talk about. So here we go.
Now let's see what's been going on this week in the music industry.
Yep. So iconic rock band Foreigner has reportedly extended the offer to play at Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's upcoming wedding. MLive reported that the band took on Instagram with a post that read, "Dear Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, we know what love is. We spent 40 years figuring it out, and now you guys have too. Please accept this as our formal offer to be your wedding band." Foreigner spent 2 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with their power bold "I Wanna Know What Love Is" in 1984. It doesn't appear that Swift or Kelce have responded to their offer yet.
Yeah, that's quite an iconic ballad. And I don't know if it was like this for you on your end, but when Taylor and Travis's engagement was announced, it was all over my social media feed. Was it like that on your end too?
Actually, I don't think it was.
Oh, okay. So maybe you're doing social media better. Maybe I'm just using social media too much, But yeah, that's quite fascinating that Foreigner would go ahead and offer to play at their wedding, you know. So
Yeah.
that'd be amazing. But you know, I guess who knows what their plans are? You know, maybe they already have huge wedding band plans.
Yeah. I would imagine.
Yeah. All right. And Lady Gaga dropped a new music video on Wednesday, September 3rd for her new song, The Dead Dance, which is featured in the second season of the hit Netflix series Wednesday. Billboard reported that Tim Burton himself directed the music video, in which Gaga dresses as a haunted porcelain doll coming to life and staggering around a graveyard. The pop icon also shared a deluxe edition of her 2025 album Mayhem on Wednesday, adding The Dead Dance, Kill for Love, and Can't Stop the High on streaming services. The timing of this drop is no coincidence. The second half of season 2 of Wednesday dropped the same day, where Gaga appears as Rosalind Rotwood, a deceased former instructor at Wednesday Adams School.
Mhm.
Are you familiar at all with Wednesday? Like,
Yeah, my daughter is a big fan of that. She knew exactly when it was coming out, season 2, and she was just waiting for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my friends quite like it. Like I've been watching the season 2 episodes now and then with a friend, depending on when we're both available. So I've seen the first half of the season, so the first 4 episodes. I haven't seen the second half yet, but I have seen the Lady Gaga music video, and it's like in black and white. I guess they're going for that classic Universal monster movie type feel, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Now I'm definitely gonna have to watch it.
Yeah.
I saw the first couple episodes, but I got busy. But I'm gonna have to make some time to watch it now because I didn't
Yeah.
realize she was in it.
Yeah, like I think I think she probably, you know, as we said now, is like a major role in the second half of the season, which the season is only 8 episodes, and the way they released like part 1 a month ago and then part 2 now, it's like you might as well release 1 episode per week if you're gonna do that, you know, like
Yeah, just like in the old days.
yeah, because the drop everything all at once model, it makes it tough to know like if everyone who's watching is on the same page week to week, you know. So yeah, I guess I'm, you know, go back to airing weekly, you know, come on, get with the program, Netflix.
Yeah. Yep. Also, Brandy Carly announced this week that she's ready to give fans her long-awaited 8th studio album. Billboard reported that after taking a few years away from her solo career, she announced Returning to Myself, set to be released October 24th. She debuted her title track and a black and white music video on Wednesday, as well as released a statement reflecting on the return to her solo career. She shared her struggles, stating, "Returning to myself is not just a lonely but painfully boring thing to do." She's recently been celebrating togetherness with collaborative projects alongside stars like Johnny Mitchell, Tanya Tucker, and Elton John.
Oh, that's huge company that Carlisle has right there. And yeah, another black and white music video, I guess. I mean, it's not something that's rare. Like I do remember seeing other black and white music videos of the last few decades. So it's definitely an artistic choice. That's cool to see.
Well, Wednesday is allergic to color, so.
Right, yeah. And this next bit, aspiring DJs can look forward to a chance to get in on the scene as a competition hits the US for the first time. According to Billboard, the Your Shot competition was created 15 years ago in Australia with the aim of offering fresh talent access to equipment, training, and industry connections. A Your Shot rep reported that 62% of past participants now regularly perform around the world. The competition is coming to Los Angeles and New York this fall, providing 200 participants in each city with 6 weeks of instruction covering a wide variety of fundamental skills and life advice. After training, contestants will show off their skills at festival-style events, and a select group of winners will get a slot at an upcoming festival with past contestants. In-person selection in Los Angeles is scheduled for September 13th at Catch One, and on September 20th at Elsewhere in New York. Wow, so a huge opportunity for people who want to be DJs there.
Yeah. Also, Sabrina Carpenter's new album, released August 29th, set a new 2025 record on Spotify for most streams in a single day for an album by a female artist. Billboard reported that Man's Best Friend, which was announced in June, earned the artist her second ever #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100 with Manchild. Carpenter has broken through as a pop superstar, especially after 2024's success with her album Short and Sweet, featuring hits like Espresso and Please, Please, Please.
Yeah, she's been pretty much everywhere these days. The 2019 hit Blinding Lights by The Weeknd is setting new records nearly 6 years after its release. Billboard reported that on Sunday, August 31st, Spotify announced that the song officially became the first song in the platform's history to hit 5 billion streams. This news comes just days after the track landed #1 on Billboard's Top Hot R&B/hip-hop songs of the 21st Century chart. It also dominated the Billboard Hot 100 for 4 weeks and became the first song to remain in the top 10 for an entire year. Blinding Lights also made history in November 2021 when it surpassed Chubby Checker's The Twist to top Billboard's greatest of all time Hot 100. Yeah, so The Weeknd is another one who's really been prominent in music, which is cool.
The official Spinal Tap Facebook page reported this week that fans can be among the first to see the long-awaited sequel, Spinal Tap 2. The end continues in a one-night-only IMAX screening on September 10th. It will be followed by a live Q&A with rock legends David St. Hubbins, Nigel Tufnell, and Derek Smalls, alongside documentation Marty DeBerge. The film will be released in theaters everywhere on September 12th and features Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, and Harry Shearer, who are joined by music legends Paul McCartney and Elton John.
Yeah, this is a film that me and my dad and Enja as well have really been curious about because, very familiar with the first film, and Dad's name is even said in it at some point, which is funny. So yeah, very curious to see how this one turns out. So English punk rock band Sex Pistols announced that they have to postpone their upcoming North and South American tour dates. 23 Punk reported that guitarist Steve Jones broke his wrist, which he revealed in a statement this week. He said, "I've got some good news and bad news. What do you want first?" After sharing the unfortunate situation, he said that doctors told him he will be back to playing guitar soon. The band was scheduled to play in Brazil, Chile, and Argentina early this month before kicking off in Dallas on September 16th. It's unclear at this time when the band will hit the road again to play these shows. So hopefully they can figure something out if it's doable.
Yeah. A new documentary will reveal the full story behind one of the longest lasting mysteries of the rock world involving Paul McCartney. Parade reported that the Beatle and the bass will explore the loss of eventual recovery of McCartney's Hofner bass guitar, which disappeared in the early 1970s. McCartney was only 18 when he bought it in Hamburg for 30 pounds. And the Beatle once said, "I think anything that's nicked you want back, especially if it has sentimental value." After it was recovered and returned to him just last year, he brought the instrument on stage for a performance of Get Back with former bandmate Ringo Starr and Ronnie Woods of the Rolling Stones. According to the statement that appeared on McCartney's website last year, the bass was returned after the Lost Bass project was launched, having been inherited by a 21-year-old film student. The guitar had been sitting in his attic in Hastings, England, and had been restrung right-handed. It's unclear when the new documentary is expected to be released. That sounds pretty cool. That's
Yeah,
something I would definitely want to watch.
definitely. There's been some pretty good Beatles documentary content over the last few years, and even some biopics coming up. So no shortage of coverage there. And whenever the release date is announced, I'm sure it'll be talked about here on the Drum Talk TV News Desk report. Def Leppard announced this week that they are heading to Europe next summer with a new run of shows. Parade reported that the band plans to kick off their tour on June 26th in Rättvik, Sweden, and wrap up on July 30th at Germany's Wacken Open Air Festival. Extreme will join the band throughout the tour. The news comes after the band announced its third Las Vegas residency, running through February 2026. Sales for summer tour tickets open to the general public today, September 5th.
And then New Zealand band Split Enzi is set to reunite and play their first live show since 2009. Parade reports the band made their announcement on September 2nd, stating that they've accepted an invitation to play at the Electric Avenue Festival in New Zealand on February 27th, 2026. Original members Tin Finn, Noel Crombie, Neil Finn, and Eddie Rayner will play along with Matt Eccles on drums and James Millen on bass. The band was formed in 1972 by Tim Finn and Phil Judd in New Zealand before eventually moving to England in 1976. Their 1980 single, I Got You, topped the charts in Australia and New Zealand and reached number 12 in the UK, though it stalled at number 53 in the US. The news of their upcoming live performance comes after they announced the release of Encyclopedia Volumes 1 and 2, a 5 CD, 3 LP, and Atmos Blu-ray box set due out November 16th. Oh, November 14th, not 16th. The 16th is my birthday. November 14th.
Yeah.
The set celebrates the 50th anniversary of their debut album and features remixes, rare singles, and unreleased material.
Right. Yeah. So maybe that's a hint that you want that as a birthday present. I don't know.
So.
And this next topic is a little out of the ordinary for what we typically report, but this week a new Texas law affecting public universities will have an impact on all students, including musicians and drummers in particular. According to the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, the legislation bans expressive activities on campus between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. every day. It also bans using percussion or amplified sound during the last 2 weeks of each term. Many organizations, including the Society of Unconventional Drummers and Strings Attached, both of which are musical organizations, are listed as plaintiffs in FIRE's lawsuit. And we'll put the link to the FIRE article in the comments if you're interested in learning more about what's going on here.
Wow.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and put that there. And
Story of my life. I've always been
go.
just too loud as a drummer.
Yeah. Everyone just wants to keep the drummers quiet, you know.
Quiet. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now for the final segment.
Here's a reminder of what's coming up soon on Drum Talk TV.
So don't forget to RSVP to the game show on Tuesday, September 16th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Go to our website, drumtalktvbrilliance.com. Go to the events page and enter your information to have the link sent directly to you.
Yes, and remember that the discount code DTTVBKW6 is currently active and offers you 6 months of the premium membership for free. This will give you access to Q&A archives and the upcoming ones as well, including with Roger Earl on the 17th. Go to drumtalktvbrilliance.com, select sign up, and enter the code at checkout before it expires Sunday, September 14th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. And Karen, thanks again for joining us and co-hosting this Drum Talk TV News Desk report.
Absolutely. It was my joy, my pleasure.
Same here. All right. And people, again, go ahead and check out the links in the comments, sistersonthedrums.com if you're interested in either of those upcoming camps, or sacramentodrumteacher.com if you want to get those private drumming lessons and hone your skills and such. All right. And with that, we'll see you folks next week, same time, 1:30 p.m. Pacific. Different co-host. We've had really great co-hosts like on this, and yeah, it's always a fun time. All right. So thanks, everyone.